probably for both of you, I think. I know that this will differ for everyone, but in the current tricky climate, is everyone else struggling to get enough work? I have so much that I've been contemplating changing careers. How long do you hold on and hoping things will improve? I know there is no easy answer to this, but it's been having a really strong and lasting negative effect on my mental health. So it's sort of similar to the first question in terms of just holding on. And I guess there's two parts of it, an industry part and a mental health part.
Yeah. And I suppose they all already kind of mentioned in the question of changing careers, like, is this the point where I let this go and find something different? I know, what was it like for you, Nick, when you changed over from like acting and pursued something different?
No, I just went full method. I've been acting as CEO for the last 10 years. I mean, it was kind of a very slow, gradual shift because, I created the business so that I could create my own work. And then it kind of evolved and changed. And by the time I realized that kind of the genesis had happened kind of naturally. So it wasn't like there was a grieving process of that. Yeah, for me, I need to be creative. And I think there's lots of different ways that you can be creative. So maybe it's also about tapping in and finding that outlet while you're waiting for the work. But I mean, we're in a pretty January and February has felt very different from last year, fortunately. So, but last year was a hard year with recessionary forces affecting advertising and marketing. So I don't think you're alone. I think businesses everywhere were struggling to try and make that work, and hopefully this year is going to be different. I guess whether you hang on or not, it depends on how much you love what you do and the work that you're doing, because it's not like the industry is going to go away at all. People are going to need our services, and my sense is that the taps are coming back on, but
and I mean, I feel like they're already in, getting the vibes that they're already kind of in that sense of like, I'm grieving the thing that I thought I would want, and or I imagined myself to be where I wanted to be. So I feel like there's already in that stage, but it's never an easy thing to like fully commit to that process. Like, I mean, Nick, you found a gradual thing and it just sort of eventuated to that. But even for myself, I think it was leading up to it and I didn't really acknowledge it. But then there was one definitive moment where I was like, no, I'm actually going to leave dancing because it's not for me. I want to pursue something else. So it's hard also knowing if you don't know where you want to go after that. That can maybe help the transition if you're really wanting to let go on. But like we were speaking about, why do you love what you're doing? Is it worth you sacrificing what you have been for longer? Or maybe is there a way that you can still be a part of it without having to give all of yourself? Because that can just take everything out of you. Always trying to invest in that. Is it something that you can pursue kind of while you're still in and the thing that you love, whether it's for paid or whether it's for voluntary reasons, keeping you connected? Because you've got to remember, I suppose, you've got so many connections with that field as well. So it's not just leaving a job or leaving an industry, it's like leaving those connections, your support network. And so finding a new place means finding new people and finding new everything, starting off again.
I think that gradual idea, if you don't have a definitive moment and it's been a creeping sense, exploring that creative outlet, like Nick mentioned, might remind you of the things that you would be missing.
Yeah, create an art project that doesn't have a client. It just you're the client and you're just doing it for passion and for what you love, and that might help you tap back into whether this is the thing that you do love, or and if it doesn't, if you're not feeling it, then maybe that's the sign.
Or talk to somebody who's in the potential career change that you might be considering, and see what their day-to-day is like. Sometimes the idea of something is always more glamorous than the thing itself, even if it's something that you want to do.
Yeah. And if you get there, have fun with it too. Like, I mean, the world's your oyster. Yeah, try what things you just didn't think you would do at all. It might surprise you where it takes you at the same time. Fun.
Very true.